Hello all. Today's topic is Plummer-Vinson syndrome. Objectives of today's session are to answer the following questions. What is Plummer-Vinson syndrome? Enlist the causes of Plummer-Vinson syndrome and how to diagnose. Now, the first question is, what is Plummer-Vinson syndrome? Plummer-Vinson syndrome is a rare condition, also known as Patterson-Kelly syndrome or sideropenic dysphagia. It is characterized by the classical triad of dysphagia, iron deficiency anemia, and esophageal web. Plummer-Vinson syndrome is more common in middle-aged women and is associated with an increased risk of development of squamous cell carcinoma of the pharynx and proximal esophagus. What are the causes of Plummer-Vinson syndrome? The exact cause of Plummer-Vinson syndrome is not known. Genetic factors and a lack of certain nutrients like iron and vitamin B may play a role. It may occur in people with chronic iron deficiency anemia. Immune dysregulation may be involved as it may be associated with other immune disorders such as celiac disease, Crohn's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, and thyroid disease. The clinical features of Plummer-Vinson syndrome include dyspnea or difficulty breathing, tachycardia, weakness, pallor, and all of these features are due to the underlying anemia. Koilonychia or spoon nails, the topic which we covered in the last video. Progressive painless post-cricoid dysphagia, initially for solids, which is grade 1, and for semi-solids or liquids after years, which is marked as grade 2. Glossitis and angular cheilitis. In the images, the upper left image is of hypochromic microcytic anemia. Second left is spoon nails, that is koilonychia. In the third picture, we can see a barium swallow. We can see an obstruction to the flow of barium at post-cricoid region. Lower left picture is of atrophic glossitis, and the lower right image is of angular cheilitis. Diagnosis of Plummer-Vinson syndrome. There are certain blood tests, radiography, and esophagoscopy which are helpful in the confirmation of Plummer-Vinson syndrome. Blood tests include complete blood cell count, peripheral blood smears, and iron studies to confirm iron deficiency. Radiography include barium swallow and video fluoroscopy. Video fluoroscopy is usually more reliable for the demonstration of esophageal webs. It is a dynamic X-ray evaluation which evaluates swallowing as the barium bolus moves to the esophagus from the mouth. Esophagoscopy, that is endoscopic examination of the esophagus. It has the advantage of being both diagnostic and therapeutic in the same setting. Treatment of Plummer-Vinson syndrome includes iron supplementation. Occult or overt blood loss is ruled out, along with any underlying malignancies or iron malabsorption. Esophageal webs need to be dilated endoscopically. Typically used techniques include endoscopic balloon dilatation. There are certain complications that may arise in a case of Plummer-Vinson syndrome. An untreated esophageal web can lead to dysphagia for solids, absolute dysphagia, and ultimately aspiration pneumonia. Iron deficient patients may develop symptomatic anemia with fatigue, malaise, dyspnea, and angina pectoris if iron supplementation is not provided timely. Patients may develop squamous cell cancer of the proximal esophagus. Endoscopic treatment of the esophageal web with balloon dilatations can be associated with the risk of esophageal perforation. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions, please let me know.